All right, let's get to Bamenda for Waste Management Company. Well, the company
Whatever.
subcontracted to manage waste in the town of Bamenda has finally said that they are unable to discharge their duty due to security concerns. This statement is coming at a time when the town of Bamenda is littered with dirt.
Oh, well, it has become the style of the workers and companies to use the ongoing war of liberation in Amazonia as an excuse to not carry out their duties, especially in southern Cameroon's Amazonia. But the people of Amazonia are still to know why some unidentified people are preventing the waste management company from doing their work.
Well, the in-house slave Paul Achambong city mayor has acknowledged the security challenge in cleaning waste around the town of Bamenda. These same mayors, who are the sets of people who help law Republic to Cameroon a dictatorial normalcy, but when it's time to carry out the tax expected of them, tax that they rob the hard-earned money of the sieged southern Cameroons in the name of taxes to do, they bring in the war as an excuse not to do so.
Just a while back, they used the same excuses of insecurities to ignore the lethal death pile at Intarincon and kept making that same excuse until a number of Amazonians were killed due to how much space the pile of dirt took from the road where cars had to drive through. And only after those deaths of Amazonians was it secure enough for them to clear off the dirt pile. Now another dirt pile is rising in Bamenda, and these in-house slaves are waiting for some new death count to occur before they do something about it. All of the Amazonian restoration forces in the Ngoketunjia axis have been advised to relocate or remain on high alert, as a former member who surrendered to the colonial military has been caught on camera wearing a La République du Cameroun military uniform and revealing the hideout of the Amazonian restoration forces. Intelligence suggests that La Republic military has been coercing surrendered fighters to provide them with information to target the Amazonian self defense apparatuses, the ARFs. This goes against the basic standards and recommendations of the disarmament, the mobilization, and reintegration process DDR centers. On it appears that the French Cameroon's DDR model involves recruiting former fighters from the Amazonian camp.
Well, that's quite unfortunate, you see, and this raises the question, what is disarmament? What is demobilization? And what is reintegration? What are these based on? Are they based on UN charters and standards? DDR lays the groundwork for sustaining and safeguarding the communities to which the individuals return, while also promoting long term peace, security, and development. However, the La Republic of Cameroon government has distorted the DDR process into something unrecognizable. Now, listen to this. Since the failed major national dialogue, former Amba fighters have been delusioned about the empty promises of La Republic of Cameroon's government. Frustrated and discontent, they are currently housed in the regional center of the National Committee for Disarmament, Demobilization and Reintegration, DDR. They expressed their frustration over the delay in their reintegration into the civilian life.
Well, we saw this same attitude of Shina Rambo with Nambiri when he also surrendered. Today he is on the run for his life. Apparently, Shina Rambo hasn't learned anything from that experience. La Republique will definitely use you and kill you when they would have been done with using you or wasted your relevance. Now, this is a blunder. In this delight, the ARFs are called to be on high alert. The Amazonian Restoration Forces in the Buyi Ngoketunjia axis have been put on alert due to the actions of a former member who surrendered to La République du Cameroon and was caught on camera leading the military to the hideouts of the ARFs. Now, this individual, who has now been seen wearing La République's military attire, is believed to be providing information to the colonial military in an effort to help them locate and dismantle the Amazonian Restoration Forces. Well, I think we should remind someone of the heydays of Nambere with the colonial military. Let's take a look.
Dem fish one one go come. Pikin dem go school. Amen. Motor, then I go guide him man. The motor then I go guide this lieutenant. The motor I go guide una. The motor I go protect una. If una civilian, una see dirty for some place, I dey call my number open the morning here. Any man take the number as I dey call am so. 656. Yes. 4034. 656. 4034. If you see any man where I'm not carrying, any man where you can 656. Man and they arrest no man. The man tell una the truth. Me Nambere, when I look me for each other do am. Any man where talk to this flag, no go climb go up. It stand for the Amazonian land. We foot as a stand. Don't say Pekin and no go school. It stand for the Kumba. Don't say business plan no go open where people don't stop at so. I said today, tomorrow, I never be mayor, I never be governor, I never be GO, I never do politics. But I bet on a today more a year fine. Any man where not say be man Pekin, make a lock any business place tomorrow. Man, I take my two ICM. If you never open, that means a problem. But the don't by woman. Tomorrow, they street. Tomorrow, they street. We are the government. We are the government. We are the government. We are the government. Now we. Now we. Now we. We be the government. So why we don't help them? Please come on for the country. Come on. You have to know, man. You have to know. You have to know the voice of man. Every day I don't want to 4 years. Everyone. God. This is started go some of those. I will make a way on the person. No progress. 1 to 4 years. That's true. One person should go bend their foot through a line. That's true. My brother, my sister, my mommy, my papa, I don't know now. I don't decide to come to my. So that picking them. I know one woman. When I was about 10 years, get one picking. They go kill up the farm. Oh, hey! I guess that man people still picking. They kill all the grass. Only the man don't have to live on a year fighter. It won't happen again. What I done with me? What are you, Papa? What I done with me? What are you? What I done with me? What are you? The enemy now. What are the enemy? We know them. We know them. We know them.
Yeah, well, that's Nambere there you see in the video. And what's funny is that's exactly how you get to end the war, I guess. You would want to ask, where is he today? And the thing is, the last time we saw him, he was lamenting and complaining, actually running for his life after having been abandoned by his recruiter to fight against the cause he once believed in.
You see, Star, this is actually cruel of La Republic to Cameroon. It is important to highlight that practices go against the principles of the disarmament, the demobilization, and reintegration are set out by the UN. DDR programs are meant to facilitate the transition of former combatants into civilian life while promoting peace and security in their communities. However, it appears that the La Republic of Cameroon approach to DDR involves recruiting defected fighters from the Ambazonian camp. The former Amba fighters, disillusioned by the failed promises of the La Republic of Cameroon government, have expressed their frustration at the delays in their reintegration into civilian life. The National Disarmament, Demobilization and Reintegration Committee, the CNDDR, established by the President of the Republic of Cameroon, is responsible for overseeing the DDR process for ex-combatants, including those from other Amazonian armed groups. However, there have been complaints about the length of time that individuals are required to stay at the DDR centers, leading to the protests and demonstrations.
Well, the question that begs us for answer is a DDR is formed when there is a truce during war or ceasefire. La Republic's method is certainly misery, defies purpose. In 2021, the inmates of the Boya and Bamenda DDR centers protested multiple times due to unfulfilled promises from the La Republic's government. And this highlights the discontent and dissatisfaction amongst the former combatants who are seeking to reintegrate into society. The actions of the individual who surrendered to La République and is now aiding the military in locating the ARFs have raised concerns about the integrity of the DDR process and the treatment of former combatants by the La République government. It is important for DDR programs to operate in accordance with international standards and to prioritize the well-being and successful reintegration of ex-combatants into their community. But then here we're talking about sane countries, not a banana republic, sadly.